Brought to you by Penguin.
Bradley Wiggins, My Time, an Autobiography. By Bradley Wiggins. Read by Tom Watt. Forward by Robert Miller. My first Tour de France was a muddle of feelings and emotions, but I did have one moment of clarity. I was hot. I was tired, and my lower limbs felt as if someone had filled them with lead. I wasn't even certain where I was. All I knew was that it was a village somewhere in south-central France, and there were about 60 kilometres to the finish that day. My main focus for the last hour had been the mosquito bite that had developed angrily on my heel, just where shoe and foot met. It was driving me crazy, and I couldn't work out if it actually hurt more than my legs. I knew it was my own fault, as I had a habit of sticking one foot out of bed when I was trying to sleep, and some enterprising biting insect had noticed the lack of citronella just where the rough skin starts and given me a souvenir for visiting his airspace. I looked up the road and saw we were temporarily leaving the countryside and entering a small piece of civilization. Slightly uphill on the way in meant slightly downhill on the way out. So, for something to do, I decided to move up a few places in the bunch. That might help me forget the mosquito bite. It was a typical French village where you could sense nothing much ever happened, but because the Tour de France was passing through, they were having a typical French village fete day to celebrate our arrival. The tricolour flew from the village hall, there was a bit of bunting, trestle tables with food, there were drinking, merriment and laughter. The whole village had turned out to greet us, and they were enjoying themselves just like the mosquito had. I felt annoyed, and then, on the right-hand side, just as we left the houses and headed back into the trees, I noticed an old woman sitting on a chair outside her door. Dressed all in black like old women in France tend to be, she must have been 80 if she was a day, but she had a youthful twinkle in her eye and the world's biggest smile. Her happiness was that complete happiness you have when you're 8 and you're having a great time, but she must have been a grandmother, maybe even a great-grandmother. Through the noise I heard her say, "Allez les petits, go my little ones." To her we were her children, and I realised she was beaming with pride that we had come to see her. I knew then it was my duty not to disappoint her. I had to do my best, to be as good a tour rider as I could be. There's always a touch of theatre about each Tour de France. It may be a sporting competition, but more often than not, there's human drama each day. There are hidden clues in the terminology that imply it's as much a show as it is a bike race. The French call each day une étape, which, when you translate it as they intended, means part of a journey. In English, each day is a stage, which of course is a word that has little to do with travelling and much to do with the world of acting and performing. The outfits of the main players are appropriate to the entertainment world too. Something bright to distinguish the lead part, so a distinctive yellow jersey for the star of the show ensures everyone knows where to look and who to concentrate on. Then the other parts of the story fall into place. Green for the envious one, red spots for the minstrel, and white for the innocence of youth. It has all the ingredients to be the perfect sporting play, acted out for 3 weeks in the perfect setting. To be part of the show, you already have to be good, very good. And to play one of the main roles, you need every ounce of your talent, every last drop of your passion, to use every piece of your history to your advantage, question every part of your commitment. The journey to tour stardom is as much about understanding yourself as it is about preparing yourself for the physical and mental battle ahead. Every aspect of your character and ability will be tested to the maximum. There'll be times when emotionally you'll be drained by the sacrifices. The selfishness involved will affect those around you, and the mental preparations will have you asking questions of yourself that expose faults and nerves you didn't want touching. There'll be plenty of times when you step beyond your physical limit and have to reassess the whole adventure, and yet it's a journey you have a duty to travel if you get the opportunity. Bradley Wiggins' arrival on cycling's greater stage hasn't been a steady progression up the stairs to stand in the Parisian limelight. It has taken a certain time, considering the talent he possesses. Leaving the comfort of French teams.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?